when you are doing a business, you have to make sure that the repeatable task should be automated, and that automation is possible only through technology. Unorganized things should be structured at one place. So technology and tools for startups play a really important role for us. As a founder, we need to be tech savvy. Now, only thing I want to clarify here is tech savvy doesn't mean that you need to be a coder, okay? And at the same time, if you are good coder, it doesn't mean that you are a good user of a software, okay? So both ways it work. So what you have to see that for a function, like say for marketing function, you need to know that how you have to assess various social media platforms. You should know that how you can use bulk scheduling tools like Hootsuite, etc. You should know that what all facilities you can use if you want to leverage for your marketing function. You should know the WhatsApp tools, WhatsApp APIs, integration, how you can activate your WhatsApp business. See, all these informations are available on YouTube. Okay, now practically how it happens: whenever you have to solve a particular problem, suppose you have to send update to your customers about a particular thing, what are the best ways to share it? Either you can send it through email, either you can send it through WhatsApp. These are the two best ways, because you have to send it to closed group of customers. You have to send something to large audience, okay? And it's not like an update, but maybe you are wishing festival. You can post a short or a poster on your social media platform that for that. So as per your purpose, you should know that which tool should use. Okay, so that is the main thing. Now, while doing the operations, okay, some tools are mentioned here. I am, first of all, I will tell you, I am not, this video is not sponsored by any of these providers. These are just for reference purpose. I may use name of some other vendors also. Okay, like here you can see project management is mentioned. A project management is not something which is applicable for every case. Okay, you are a startup and you are doing something in service business. You're not developing a software. Project management is not relevant for you. But if you are doing software business, you should know how to use the relevant softwares like Trello, Asana, Jira. Specifically, these tools are used in case of SaaS business. If you are an education provider, okay, suppose you are creating a program or a workshop or maybe a cohort, you should know how to create Gantt charts. Okay, how it helps is that you can create these things on the Google Sheet also, and you can share this Google Sheet across your team. There is a sharing option in Google Doc, Google Sheet. This helps you to be in alignment with all other team members, and other team members will also know what exactly is going on for a particular task or a project. Okay, like we have to do say ITR filing of 1,000 clients. Now in order to do the ITR filing, okay, what we have to do, we have to allocate the task to the team members. To every team member, he or she will get relevant clients that they have to handle. Through Google Sheet they can get it, through CRM they can get it. So there are many other modes through they can get it, but it should be a secured way. Okay, your data should not be public, because sometimes data is really confidential. Again, here comes the role of NDAs, which you have to sign with your employees, because sometimes very high risk data is in the access of the employees. Okay, so that thing also you need to make sure that while communicating or sharing that information, you are not sharing any confidential data of the client with the employees. In case you are sharing, proper NDA for the same should be there. Okay, so project management communication can be done through Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Slack. There are other tools like Google Meet you can do. Okay, you can do video calls to internal team members through any of these tools. Then comes the collaboration part. As I just mentioned about Google Sheet, Google Docs, that are part of Google Workspace. Notion again is a very good tool where you can create workflows and you can create SOPs using Notion. And there are other tools. So these are just recommendatory ones. In your case, maybe none of them is relevant, but still you should have some idea about how you have to manage your particular task using a particular tool. Okay, none of the tool fits for is fit for all. It totally depends on your particular task or activity that you are doing. Now here it is written as a choosing a right tech stack for your startup. Now tech stack is very technical term. I'll tell you, I'll simplify it for you. So you have to access the needs, you have to evaluate your startup specific requirements such as user experience, scalability, and development resources. I'm taking an example of a website. Suppose you are not a software company, you're just creating it for the sake of your customers' visibility that this is you, this is a service you provide. What is the harm in creating it on WordPress? Hardly it will take a day or two to get it live on WordPress. Okay, go for WordPress. But if you are creating something as a platform where customer will also log in, you will also log in, employees will also log in, CRM is integrated, it's a proper software, tracking of work has to be done, documents have to be shared. Definitely you will go for a stack which is more user friendly, more data privacy can be implemented on that, and it should be on your own server. Okay, that is how you will go. And research options, like explore popular frameworks, languages and databases that best suits your requirement. So if you are developing something big as a platform, definitely you have to research for the options. You have to look for like Hadoop, you have to look for MongoDB. Okay, as far as database is concerned, Redis, you have to see Storm, Kafka. These are some of the things that you have to see. Okay, so it totally depends that how and what all things are applicable to you. Then comes the parity and flexibility. So select a tech stack that can evolve with your startup's growth. Okay, in the initial stage, I will not recommend to get into the complexity of developing something which takes 6 months to develop. You are a startup, you are creating things as an MVP approach. You have to just showcase things. Even if a WordPress or a single page websites showcase what you are offering to the market, it is sufficient for you. Okay, there are many ways to collect customer emails also nowadays for getting initial subscriber, and you can start with the newsletter also. Okay, then comes the importance of automation and digital transformation. So streamlining operations, like you can automate the repetitive task as I mentioned in the very beginning of this video, and workflows, data management to increase the efficiency. So using Python, again, if you are not someone who is well versed with the coding part, don't get demotivated after seeing this particular screen, because it is not applicable in every case. It is applicable once you are enhancing your operations. Okay, day one pay all these things are not required. Let me be very clear with you. Okay, you have to enhance previous discussion. So cloud platforms like AWS, which is of Amazon, Azure, which is of Microsoft, and Google Cloud is definitely of Google, they offer a on-demand computing power and storage to grow with your startup. Okay, as you scale your operations, as your traffic start increasing, your customers start accessing your portal, etc., they are flexible enough, they will increase their billing or move you to the different tier accordingly. They have a tier system. Cost efficiency is there because it's a pay as you go model kind of a thing, and easily accessible because it is hosted on a cloud server. Your private servers are not required. And security definitely is there because these are renowned companies. As far as the Amazon, AWS, Azure, Google Cloud are concerned, they are really renowned companies and everyone knows about them. They are like, data is really secured, flexibility is there, pay as you go things is there, right? Then comes the data analytics and business intelligence tool. Again, day one it is not required, but as your business grows, so as a management you should have some reports. Now say your accounting is done by accountant. Okay, there are two options I'll tell you, means two tools I'll tell you. One is, again, this is not a sponsored thing, one tool comes with the name of CredFlow. What it does, accountant is managing your tally accounting, they are handling all the accounting in tally. 90% startups accounting is handled in tally. Okay, 10% in Zoho also these things will be there, but I am giving you example of tally. Suppose you want to set up reminders for your customer payment follow-ups, you can easily use CredFlow and it will send reminders along with their full invoicing and payments that have been received and the amount that is due. Brilliant tool. Secondly, you integrate your, there is another tool called business analytics or business analyst something. You integrate that with tally, you will get all the reports of your customers, vendors, sales you have done, even the forecast, etc. will come. Cost, CredFlow cost around I think 6,000 per year, and this business analyst tool cost around 3,000 per year. 9,000 may you have your intelligent reports, you have data analytics in front of you, you are automating the payment follow-up part, so you can see. And hardly 750 rupees per month you are spending on it. I think this is a very good value that I am adding for you in this initial phase of starting your journey, and I hope that we will meet someday definitely, and we will be able to add more value to each other's perspective. Okay, then comes the cybersecurity part. Again, you need to make sure that SSL is always there in your website, because if it is not, there is a high chance that your website might get hacked. And if you are developing a software platform, always have proper security measures control there, and get the ISO 27000 done as well. Okay, ISO 27001 is the relevant ISO for cybersecurity. Then comes the remote work and virtual collaboration tool. Nowadays everything is happening remotely. Okay, almost 50% of the people are working remotely, so video conferencing through Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet is a normal thing, and most of these things are free also. Like Google Meet is free almost. Others I don't know, I use Google Meet. Okay, cloud based productivity, utilize Google Workspace. Okay, Google Workspace we use a paid tool. Like I think I spend somewhere around 2500 per month, and it gives me around 10 email IDs. I think we have taken from them. Okay, and means domain IDs we have taken from them, because for operation team generally we don't need much, like we internally communicate with them. So for them we don't need this Google Workspace because this is a paid one. So for them we have done another workaround, that is also a domain ID, but that is a different one. Okay, so project management through Trello, Asana, this we have already discussed. Okay, OneDrive also, OneDrive mentioned in the cloud based productivity. So in order to store all the documents of client, important things that we have, everything we have stored on OneDrive, it cost around 6500 per year for I think 2 TB. Okay, so again this is a good thing to have. Once you scale up, then only these paid tools etc are required. Okay, and we do have paid subscription of Gamma, which is a Google, like this, not Gamma, sorry, yeah, Gemini. We have a paid subscription of Gemini of around $20 I think, and per month, and ChatGPT 4 $20 per month. $40 we are spending on it. Then we have Udemy access of approximately, I think they charge 900 or something per month. Okay, so these things you also subscribe, because you will have lots and lots of learnings from this. Okay, I will not say to do it immediately. I have not done this on the day when I started. Okay, once you are having good cash flows with you, once you earned something, you have a good backlog, like acha खासा money up, then go for these things. Till then, go with the frugal ways. In the initial 3-4 years now, I have not spent even a penny on anything, and I always look for the frugal marketing and frugal things. Okay, now only I have started investing from last 1.5 year, because now I got to know this, that more I spend, more value I get, and more value I am able to add to the client. Okay, I'm not saying that initially I was not adding value to the client, but initially my focus was more on building the business. When you were building the business and when you are managing business through quality, these are two separate phases. Okay, then comes the scaling, that you have to scale your startup through technology infrastructure. You have to assess current infrastructure, plan for the future growth, and implement modular solutions. Again, this whatever is mentioned now, it is not applicable for all cases. See, technology implementation is required by a service company, technology implementation is required by a product goods company also, but for software this is relevant from the day one itself. If you are software SaaS PaaS company, for you it is relevant. Okay, but again I will say, even if you are a SaaS PaaS company, don't get into a trap of this. Don't follow a big bang approach. Go slowly, step by step, focusing on minimum viable product, get initial feedback from the client, iterate and grow as a business. We have been discussing this only since beginning, right? And I am on the same thing now as well. Emerging technologies and their impact on startups. Now AI is definitely something which is an emerging technology. Internet of things is an emerging technology as well. Blockchain, augmented reality, now all these have different use cases as per your industry. Like AI, suppose you are in education industry, learning about artificial intelligence is also one of the use case. Now learning can be in different parts. One is how to use generative AI, that can be one learning. For this we have already created a course, okay, last year. Second can be how artificial intelligence work in creating chatbots, AI based chatbots, how you can create. Okay, third can be what exactly is artificial intelligence and how you can create AI based softwares or products. Okay, because artificial intelligence is what? It is nothing but there is a knowledge repository of all brilliant minds, and you are putting all those brilliant minds into one neural kind of a network, and you are bringing output from that. That is what artificial intelligence is. When this internet of things is concerned, it is nothing but it is basically connectivity of various products, okay, with internet. It's like Google Map, how it works. The Google Map is integrated through satellite. They are getting the idea about the traffic at various places. Accordingly, they are showcasing that on your phone through internet. Okay, blockchain is what? Like in accounting, 1 + 1 is equal to 2. Mr. A has sold to B, has sold to C, has sold to D. How much A has sold to B? Say 100. B has sold to C, say 50. He has sold to Mr. D. So this entire thing, a trail of that has to be maintained in building blocks. That is what blockchain is. Okay, and means there are a lot of use cases for blockchain also in supply chain management. Similarly, augmented reality is what? And it's a AR 3D based things like that empower a startup to create interactive user experience. Okay, like you can on your phone itself you can see a mobile sitting at your home. Flipkart has this facility that you can watch the phone or watch a particular object through your phone itself on your floor, like a bed. That is what augmented reality only, right? So that's all about the technology and tools. You should be having a basic understanding about the technology as a founder. You should know which tools are relevant for you at which particular stage. Always go with a frugal approach. Don't spend too much in buying tools which are not relevant for you, and spend wisely while choosing any tool. There are a lot of free tools available that we have already discussed. Leverage those tools, try to use those facilities. Even for CRMs, etc., ERP Next is there. Odoo is also a good platform, not that much costly, but always go for those options which are very reasonable. Okay, initially we use the CRM which we use through some, I think, WordPress, some Envato or something is there. Through that we installed, and I think hardly I spent some $80 in developing the entire CRM. Okay, so you can also leverage things which are very frugal. Okay, you have to just keep your mind in that direction. You will definitely get the solution for each and everything. Thank you so much. Hope I was able to add some value in the technology and tools thing, and we will meet you in next video. Thank